They told CM Punk to watch his mouth. They warned him. Paul Heyman warned him. Adam Pearce warned him. Even the locker room whispered it behind closed doors, do not poke the tribal chief. But CM Punk? CM Punk looked every single one of those warnings dead in the eye, and laughed. And now Roman Reigns has made him pay for every syllable that came out of that disrespectful mouth. What happened backstage on Raw this past week wasn't just a confrontation. It wasn't just a scuffle. It was a message written in chaos, signed in blood, and delivered personally by the head of the table himself. If you think you know the full story, I promise you, you don't. Stay locked in, because this is about to get ugly. Let's set the stage, because context is everything here. For weeks, CM Punk has been running his mouth in a way that even the most battle-hardened veterans in that locker room couldn't ignore. We're not talking about the usual trash talk between competitors. We're talking about calculated, surgical disrespect, the kind that's designed specifically to get under Roman Reigns' skin. Punk has been chipping away at the tribal chief's legacy, piece by piece, provoking him on the microphone in front of thousands of fans on Raw, poking at the Bloodline's crumbling foundation, and doing it all with that trademark smirk that says he knows exactly what he's doing. And Roman? Roman kept his composure. He sat back. He let Paul Heyman handle the verbal warfare. He trusted the process, because that's what a true leader does. He doesn't react. He responds. And when Roman Reigns responds, it's never just words. But this past Monday on Raw, CM Punk crossed a line that couldn't be uncrossed. During a backstage segment that initially appeared to be a routine promotional exchange, Punk grabbed a live microphone, one that was still hot and being monitored, and fired off a series of comments about Roman Reigns that went far beyond competitive rivalry. Punk didn't just attack Roman's career. He attacked his legacy. He attacked the Bloodline. And according to multiple sources close to the situation, he made it deeply personal in ways that haven't even aired on television yet. The crowd in the arena could feel the tension building in real time. Production staff backstage reportedly went silent. Agents scrambled. And somewhere in that building, Roman Reigns heard every word. What was the name of the faction Roman Reigns led that made him the most dominant force in WWE history? Drop your answer in the comments below. What happened next is where the story explodes. According to reports surfacing from multiple credible wrestling insiders, Roman Reigns did not wait. He did not send a message through Paul Heyman. He did not have a quiet word through back channels. Roman Reigns went backstage himself, and he confronted CM Punk face to face in one of the most explosive altercations the Raw locker room has witnessed in years. Witnesses described the confrontation as immediate and ferocious. Roman reportedly got directly in Punk's face within seconds, with zero preamble, zero diplomacy. This wasn't the composed, calculated tribal chief that WWE has carefully presented to the world. This was something rawer, something older, something that reminded everyone in that hallway exactly why Roman Reigns spent over 1,300 days as Universal Champion, because underneath the controlled exterior, there is a fury that very few people in this industry have ever truly had to face. The confrontation escalated physically. Crew members and agents rushed in to separate them. Security was called. The hallway reportedly descended into absolute bedlam before order was restored. Multiple people in the vicinity described it as genuinely frightening, not in a scripted, theatrical sense, but in the way that real confrontations between real athletes carry a weight that no camera can fully capture. And CM Punk? For the first time in a long time, CM Punk reportedly had nothing to say. Now here's where it gets even more interesting, because Roman Reigns wasn't just angry, he was strategic. Sources indicate that before security fully separated the two men, Roman leaned in close to Punk and said something. Nobody has confirmed exactly what was said, but the people who were standing nearby describe CM Punk's expression changing completely in that moment. The smirk disappeared, the bravado evaporated. Whatever Roman said, it landed. And that right there tells you everything about the difference between these two men. CM Punk fights with noise. He fights with words, with controversy, with headlines. Roman Reigns fights with silence, and in that silence, he reminds you that he is not a character. He is not a catchphrase. He is the most dangerous man in this business when he decides someone has gone too far. CM Punk went too far. CM Punk famously cut a live mic promo in 2011 that shook WWE to its core. What was the name fans gave to that legendary moment? Comment your answer below. Now let's talk about what this means going forward, because this backstage chaos is not the end of the story. This is the ignition point. Triple H and WWE Creative are now in a position they did not ask for and cannot easily control. You have two of the most volatile, most passionate, most polarizing figures in the entire industry, and they have officially moved past the point of professional boundaries. This is no longer about match stipulations and title shots. This is personal. This is territorial. And when things get personal between Roman Reigns and CM Punk, the entire landscape of Raw shifts. Adam Pearce has reportedly been in damage control mode since the incident. Management sources suggest that internal discussions are already happening about whether the two men can even share the same building without a structured environment designed to keep them separated until the appropriate moment. That tells you how serious this situation genuinely is. And Paul Heyman, the wisest political mind in WWE, has reportedly gone quiet. That alone should terrify every single person watching. Because when Paul Heyman stops talking, it means Roman Reigns has already made his decision. The chess pieces are already moving. The endgame is already in motion. CM Punk wanted chaos. He wanted Roman Reigns rattled, reactive, and exposed. Instead, he woke something up that the entire Raw roster is now going to have to deal with. Roman Reigns rattled is still more dangerous than virtually anyone else at their best. And a Roman Reigns who has been personally disrespected, who has had his name dragged through the mud on live television, who has had to be physically restrained from making an example of someone, that version of Roman Reigns doesn't just beat you, he dismantles you. He dismantles your confidence, your momentum, your reputation, and he does it in front of the entire world, methodically, with a look on his face that says this was never even a contest. CM Punk started a war he does not know how to finish, and Roman Reigns is just getting started. The Tribal Chief's message to the entire locker room is now crystal clear: there are levels to this. You can talk, you can provoke, you can build your little narratives and chase your little headlines. But when you step into Roman Reigns' world, his real world, the rules change. The game changes. Everything changes. Monday Night Raw will never be the same after what happened in that hallway. And somewhere in that arena tonight, CM Punk is sitting with the consequences of his own arrogance, and Roman Reigns is already planning his next move. Acknowledge him, or suffer the consequences. The Tribal Chief has spoken. Drop your trivia answers in the comments right now, and tell me, do you think CM Punk can survive a fully unleashed Roman Reigns, or did he just sign his own death warrant on Raw? Comment below, share this video with every WWE fan you know, and stay locked in.